opportunity to do something that I've had a hard time doing in my career, which is get a leg up on Tiger in anything, even if it's a one-day event like this. To have the opportunity to go head-to-head and to win is just, it's great to win the $9 million. I just don't want to lose.
The gates of Royal Birkdale are about to open. It's July, the wind is already whipping off the Irish Sea, and in a few days the oldest championship in golf will crown a new king. But something is wrong. Something is missing. Because when the official field is released, golf fans everywhere do a double take. The names they expect to see, the legends, the icons, the guys who built the sport into what it is, they are not there. 8 of them, gone. And the reasons behind their absences read less like a sports story and more like a slow-burning mystery, one that stretches from hospital rooms to police reports to a plate of lasagna that may have single-handedly ended a major championship dream. Let's start with a name that sends shockwaves through the golf world the moment it's confirmed. Phil Mickelson, lefty, 6-time major champion, Ryder Cup legend, a man who has not missed every single major in one calendar year since 1990, since before some of today's rising stars were even born. And yet here we are. Mickelson has played exactly one competitive event all year, a solitary LIV golf start in South Africa, and now his confirmed absent from the Open Championship too. 4 for 4, a perfect streak of absence from a man who used to feel like a permanent fixture on major championship leaderboards. So what happened? The deeper you dig, the more layered this story becomes. Multiple reports point to a private, painful family health situation involving his wife, Amy. The kind of situation that reorders your priorities overnight, that makes trophies and tee times feel meaningless. And when that story broke, the golf world responded the way it should, with compassion, with support, with fans setting aside rivalries to simply wish a family well. But then, almost as if the universe wasn't finished testing Mickelson's year, a second story emerges. New allegations surface, involving inappropriate behavior toward a female employee at a golf course near San Diego. And here's where the timeline gets uncomfortable. Mickelson had already filed his entry as a past champion before he withdrew. So did the allegations influence that decision? Nobody knows for certain. What we do know is that one of the most beloved, most complicated figures in modern golf enters the biggest week of the season carrying question marks nobody can fully answer. But if Mickelson's absence stings, the other one might hurt even more. Because Tiger Woods isn't just skipping this Open. He didn't even bother submitting an entry. Think about that. The man with 15 majors, 82 tour wins, a legacy that reshaped an entire sport, and he can't even be bothered, or perhaps can't bring himself, to put his name on the list. This marks the second consecutive year Woods has missed all 4 majors. His last competitive round anyway dates back to 2024, and the story of why is far darker than a simple injury update. Back in March, Woods was arrested on suspicion of DUI after a rollover crash on Jupiter Island in Florida. Nobody was hurt, thankfully, but the legal case remains open. Prosecutors have now gained access to his medical records, and Woods has pleaded not guilty. This is not a story that's fading quietly into the background. After the crash, Woods reportedly sought treatment overseas in Switzerland. He resurfaced briefly at the Travelers' Championship, but only for a tour-related announcement, not competition. No signs, no hints, nothing suggesting a comeback is anywhere close. For fans who grew up watching Tiger dominate major championships, this slow fade is one of the hardest storylines in the entire sport right now. And just when you think the story can't get any stranger, enter Sergio Garcia, a former Masters champion, a one-time world number 1, missing the Open for the 3rd time in 4 years, not because of injury, not because of controversy, but because he failed to survive qualifying. And the way he lost it is almost too bizarre to believe. Garcia opens strong, looking sharp, looking like a man ready to punch his ticket back to the big stage. Then round 2 arrives, and he collapses. The reported culprit? A lunchtime lasagna that apparently did not sit well. A major championship dream derailed by pasta. It sounds almost like a joke, until you remember this is a man's career, his legacy, slipping away over something as small and human as a bad meal. Then there's Zach Johnson, a 2-time major champion who actually still holds an exemption into Birkdale from his 2015 Open win at St. Andrews. He could be there. He chooses not to be. Johnson is candid about it. He simply can't grind through 4 consecutive tournament weeks the way he used to, and is redirecting his focus towards senior major championships instead. It's not tragic, it's not scandalous, it's just honest. A veteran quietly closing one chapter and opening another. But the losses keep piling up. Will Zalatoris, a 3-time major runner-up known for some of the purest ball striking in the game, hasn't played since April. A disc replacement, followed by a left ankle issue, has kept him sidelined and searching for answers. Tony Finau withdraws from the Scottish Open in the middle of a brutal slump, missing an open field for the first time since 2014. He's missed all 4 majors this year, 1 top 10 finish all season, and a ranking that has cratered to around 118th in the world, a staggering fall for a player who once felt like a permanent top 10 fixture. Danny Willett, the 2016 Masters champion, comes agonizingly close at qualifying, carding rounds of 71 and 69, but falls just short of the cutoff, forced to watch his home open from the sidelines yet again. And finally, there's Elvis Smylie, the Australian rising star who opened the year with a stunning win in Riyadh. Full of promise, full of momentum. But a rib injury forces him out of both the Scottish Open and the Open Championship, his medical team recommending an extended break. He breaks the news himself, and while it's a gutting setback for a career on the rise, it's also, quite simply, the right call. So there it is. 8 names, 8 different stories. Heartbreak, controversy, injury, exhaustion, and yes, even a lasagna. All colliding in the same year to strip the Open Championship of some of its brightest stars. Royal Birkdale will still crown a champion on July 19th. The trophy will still be lifted. But when the players walk those historic fairways at Southport, the absence of Mickelson, Woods, Garcia, and the rest will hang over every single shot. This year's Open isn't just missing a few big names. It's missing a piece of golf history. And that changes everything about how this championship will be remembered.